Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Bammy Awogbami. So guys, sorry to pause this video, but I just like to share some quick information. So I've decided to split this video into two, as while I was editing I realized the video was getting up to an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, and I know that all the information that my friends have shared are so important. So I've decided to split this video into two. The part 2 will be coming up next week Wednesday, so stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. God bless. I'm here with two beautiful ladies. Y'all want to introduce yourself?
I'm Christabel and I'm Bammy's good friend.
Hi, I'm Faith and I'm Bammy's friend.
Yes guys, so basically, first of all, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to Faith's channel as well, because she's also a YouTuber.
Life with Faith.
Follow Christabel, follow their socials.
You just put it down below. That's how they do it.
Down below. Anyway, so basically I brought them to my channel because they're young ones. I know these two wonderful ladies, they do so much despite the way they have a child, and I said, okay, cool, let me bring them to my channel and ask them some questions. Obviously they don't know the questions. They don't know the questions. This one was trying to choose. Look at her phone like
Z.
Are you cheating?
And then yeah, that's an example.
That's Zaina is in the background. Yeah, so you guys are gonna be on Zaina a lot.
Yeah,
that's my daughter, so don't have, you know, let's see whatever she wants to say. So anyway, I've got 11 questions for you guys.
Why different?
That's don't worry, you will find out. What age did you add your child?
Is it gonna always start with me first?
Yeah,
anyone?
I think it's
okay. We'll do it that way and then.
Okay, cool.
So I was pregnant at 18 and I had Ziona at 19.
Same thing really. Pregnant at 18, got my little boy at 19. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know. There you go.
How did it feel like at that moment? Were you guys scared? Like, what was running through your head? Because boy, I know it's not like an easy thing to do it. Like, I feel like if I'm even pregnant at this age, I'll still be all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I'm at a very young age. So yeah. What was your emotions like around that time?
Should I even? Do you have another question that asks us the story of how we found out?
You can say the story.
Yeah, but
you can put that there as well. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what happened is I was getting the coach back to Leicester, because then I was going to De Montfort actually, and I was getting the coach back from London to Leicester, and I messaged Bammy and I was like, I have this feeling something is just not right, like I don't feel certain. And I was like to her, I've been eating too much McDonald's. I said, I've not seen what I'm supposed to see. Bammy's like, let me go and get you a test and then I'll meet you back at your accommodation.
I didn't never get one test. I got 4 to 8. I got better. I said we're gonna try this thing out until it comes out negative.
So we went back. I met Bammy at my place. I went in. I was still joking and laughing. Like, I legitimately thought that there's no way I could be pregnant anyway. And Bammy gave me one of the tests. I went to the toilet and literally the 2 lines showed up straight away.
Wow.
Like, I was so dark to the point I even thought that I was having twins. Do you know what? Like, I just thought 2 lines meant twins. That was very stupid of me. But anyway, I went to Bammy and I was still laughing and it didn't sink in, and Bammy was like, do you know what, just go and do another test. So I did another test. The lines came up even quicker than the other lines, and we finally realized that yeah, I am actually pregnant. But
no, we didn't
sink in.
The next day we went to we didn't have money anymore to buy any pregnancy tests. We called Lydia for us to buy the Clear Blue. Is it Clear Blue one that will say you're pregnant?
Yeah, to show how many months you're pregnant as well. Yeah, I think I was like about a month pregnant when it came up. Like it said 3+ weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting because it did not sink in for me. Not for the first week, not for the second. I think it didn't sink in for like a month that I was actually pregnant.
So how did you feel during that process? Like,
how did I feel? Like, it's mixed emotions, because when you first find out, like I told you, when I first found out, I was laughing. Like, I was legitimately laughing and laughing and laughing. I literally still went out partying. Like, there was I went partying because I was I literally didn't think I was pregnant. Like, I just thought it was a joke. And then onto when I started throwing up, and I was like, oh wait, I'm actually pregnant. And then I locked myself in a room for a month, and then that's when I went from a phase of being like laughing and still going out to just not wanting to see anybody and locking the door. So I went through mixed emotions.
Interesting. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It's quite a long story. It's long, so I don't even know where to start. But do you want to say like how I felt, or just like
whatever you want to say, just to encourage like other young people, like you're not the only one out there. And I just feel like, because if them two can be a success, and they would be a success eventually at the end of the day, you can do it. But I'm not saying go open your leg and get pregnant. Don't do it. You didn't get from me. I'm not saying go open your leg tonight and get pregnant. No, what I'm saying is, even in the situation currently, then I hope you're able to pick out some things from what they're saying, if not everything. So you can explain your story, the journey.
Basically I was on holiday in Ghana. I was actually volunteering at a maternity unit, looking after newborn babies and stuff. It's quite cute. But it's so weird because I found out I was pregnant then. So then I was thinking, like later, I know it's long term. But anyway, so I missed my period, and we were just thinking like, oh, it's probably the weather because I'm on holiday. You know, when things change and stuff like that. I was just waiting and waiting, nothing was happening, and then just reverse or forward? Fast forward. So one day after work, I was like, okay, there's a pharmacy right opposite my workplace, so let me go. So I went and took a test actually there, because I didn't want to do it at home because I was scared that someone would find out. So they did it for me, and then the guy just checked it for me and was like, oh, congratulations.
You know when they add the congratulations?
That's something stupid, like, what'd you say when you find something out? What'd you say when you've got good news or something like that? I don't know, he probably thought I was an older person or something like that. And then he was like, oh, congratulations, you're more than 4 weeks pregnant.
You feel like slapping him.
And I was like, I didn't even, it was just a weird feeling, because I was like, I'm not upset, but as you said, like mixed feeling. I was like happy, because obviously I'm going to be a mom. It's really exciting, but then scared, like thinking of like what people are going to say and stuff like that. So then I was just trying to like control my emotions and stuff. So I went home, and then I was planning to tell my mum on the same day. So I was like, okay, my mum was sleeping on the first. Okay, let me sleep with her, and then, you know, like during the night, I'll probably just talk to her and sleep it through. But I just couldn't. It was so hard to tell her. So the next morning, she went out, and then I called her, and I was like, Mommy, I'm pregnant. I was actually I couldn't tell her face to face. I was like, Mommy, I'm pregnant. And she was like, what? You're pregnant? I thought you were a virgin. And then I started crying. I just couldn't get my words out. I started crying, and she was like, oh, don't worry, things happen for a reason, you know. She actually turned back, came to me. She was like, don't worry, everything happened for a reason. And she just, since then, I just had this, the sport started straight from there, because obviously we're on holiday. She wanted me to enjoy, like, have a really good time and stuff. And she didn't want other people to know as well, and that would stress me out. So, so it was really like mixed emotions and stuff like that. And I always wanted to have a kid young, but I didn't know it was not that young, so it was a bit weird. I kept watching like Teen Moms and stuff like that, so I knew how the reality was going to be, but it was just weird. Out of all people, like in my secondary school, I was probably the last person that sort of speak out to have a child. And it's just weird, But anyways, that's how it happened.
So can I ask a question? And I'm not the person who answered.
Oh, sorry.
So, like, did you like use protection, or did you not use protection, or like?
No, I didn't, and I'm just careless.
And then when you think about it, you're just like,
were you blaming yourself? Actually, did you blame yourself?
I didn't blame anyone.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, I didn't, because it's just, it takes two people to make one person, but it was just, we were just being silly.
I get what you mean. I think when we actually look back at that age, because I was also in the same position as you, where I kind of, mum was unprotected as well. Like sometimes we forget, apart from like being pregnant, there's like risks from,
because like, you think about it, but then you try
in the
to
moment.
not, yeah, but then it's weird, but yeah, it just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Safe sex, guys.
Don't even have experience.
Yeah.
Okay, were families and friends like supportive?
Oh wow, this is a difficult one. So I would say all in all, yes they were, but for my family it was such a bitter pill for them to swallow. Like, it was really difficult. So I know Faith told her mum, and her mum like took it well. With me it was like I couldn't initially tell my mum. I found it really difficult, but I knew that the earlier I told my mum and the parties involved, the better it would be, to get out of the way, because when you long out these kind of situations it's even more worse. So it was during the same week, I think maybe like a day or two later, I started off by calling my family friend, my godmother, and I told her, because I told her I didn't know how I was going to tell my mum. So I was scared, just like Faith, because when you have Nigerian parents,
but honestly, I was kind of scared as well, because I was going to be scared. And my boyfriend's mom was in Ghana at the time as well, so I was actually thinking,
the whole family is there.
Should I tell my boyfriend's mom first
or
so then she can tell my mom? But then something told me, was like, no, my mom, I've got to tell her. I'm glad that I made that mistake, you know, not
didn't make that
mistake.
Yeah,
you have to tell your mom, because she'd be upset a little bit. You didn't even come up to me as your mother that you know this is what's happening.
But then at the same time, my dad didn't know for 3 months.
Wow.
And it's not because I was scared, but I just didn't want him, because I know it'll probably just spread like everywhere, and I didn't want that to happen. So when I got back from my holiday, that's when I told him. And then I was like, actually what I got was, I got like a card that says congratulations, you're going to be a granddad, with the scan, with the picture scan thing on it. And I gave it to him, and he was like, I actually got a video of it, and he was like, what? Wait, what, you're pregnant? And then he just started crying. He just started crying, and it's so weird because he actually had a dream
that you were gonna
he had a dream that his grandson came home, and then it's just weird.
It's just weird the way God does things. Like, even though it happened at an awkward age, like God already kind of like prepared people's mind, kind of. Anyway, just leave it to God.
With my family, like I said, I had to tell my godmother first, and I think she told my mum. It's all really like vague, can't really remember, but after a while I think I called my mum and I told her. I remember calling her. I was like, Mum, I'm pregnant. And I know she was outside and she was going into the house, and she was like, okay, so you went to university to go and get a degree in having a baby. Okay, no problem. So my mum cut the call. She was like, I'll call you back later. That later never came. Let me just tell you that the later didn't come. And it just turned out that, I don't know how and when, but I did speak to my mum about it, and she didn't really take it well. And I think that was partly because it was really, really difficult for her to think, okay, my daughter is actually going to be having a child. So my daughter is still a child, and she's having a child. So baby having a baby. And especially because growing up Christian, like with my dad being like a minister in church and everything, it just made it so much more worse. Like, what are they going to think of me when I go to church? What are they going to think of our family? What are they going to think of your dad? They're going to think your dad is a hypocrite and he can't do things in church correctly. So I think it was like a whole lot of mixed emotions, because people would be thinking that my parents didn't bring me up well, whereas I am my own individual and I made that mistake on my own, like in my own part. I think throughout the pregnancy, I went through phases where my mum would like cry, and then she would be happy, and then she would cry because she's like, my baby's having a baby. And it was just roller coasters of emotions, not just for me but for my dad, for my mum. I think my sisters were still quite oblivious to it. Like, I think they were still like shocked, like they just didn't, they couldn't process it. And I think personally they started to receive it well when my dad got ordained as a pastor in our church. And I really respect my pastor for doing that, because he overlooked the fact that he knew that I was having a child, and he knew that my dad is my dad and I'm not my dad, even though I'm his child. And he's kind of like, God has God has your own purpose and I'm going to ordain you. And I think from there it might have given my dad the confidence, and it just made our family so much more stronger. So we kind of just looked at it as a positive thing from there going forward, because to be very honest with you, I received a lot of support from my church I did not even expect to. I mean, apart from a few people that were talking, you know, as people do, but that's what happens. People will always talk. It is what it is. So yeah, but other than that, like till now, like it's been a positive outlook since that experience. But yeah,
I feel like a mum.
Sorry.
I feel like a mum. Even though I did not carry the shine, I feel like a mum.
You have been there since day one, though.
Okay, it's like what made you keep the baby? Did you consider abortion or adoption?
That's tough.
I think you should start.
I don't even, tough question. Well, for me, no. You're gonna call all these out, yeah?
So be honest, where were you?
No, I don't even know why I'm getting so nervous, but there was a point I was thinking of it, but deep inside, I'll know that I'll never do it. It's just because I love children so much, and I know it's wrong. I mean, obviously having sex before marriage is wrong anyway, and then some people would argue like, okay, you've already committed a sin, so why not just finish it off? Do you get what I mean?
That does not make sense.
But I mean, I mean, there was one point where I was like really, really low and like, you know, like down. I was thinking of it and stuff, but no, deep inside, I know that I'll never do it.
Of course, you're gonna think like that because you're like, okay, this is my life. People are gonna say so much about you.
Exactly.
That's why you guys need to understand. You can't live your life based on what people are gonna say. Exactly. You're not gonna achieve anything at all. Period. Blank. Simple. Like I'm done thinking of what's my friend gonna think. If I wanna do something, I wanna do it. Simple. Even like think whatever you wanna think, but as long as I've done it, fair enough. I might make a mistake, but I've learned from my mistake. So
and on top of that, my mom had difficulties giving birth as well. So I think that was one of the reasons why it wasn't so hard for me to tell her, because like, you know, I think, you know, she would take it, you know, she wouldn't take it as hard because obviously she had difficulties giving birth, so it's kind of like a blessing, you know, for her child to actually have a child as well. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to keep it as well, and just
What about you, Christabel?
I went through those mixed emotions, but I think mine was so much more like worse than Fave's. Like, I think it's partly because not that I didn't have the support in the beginning, but I felt like emotionally I didn't have anyone to turn to. That's how I felt, or rather than I didn't have anyone to turn to, I kind of shut people off. You can ask Bammy. I shut her off for like a whole good 2 months. She had to come banging on my door because I locked myself in my room. That's how low I was, and I got to a point where it was just like, if I just abort this, then I'm going to run away from this situation. Like, I don't have to deal with this anymore. I can continue with my foundation. I can just go on. I can do well. And then I went through a phase where I was just like, maybe I should give it up for adoption and just carry on with my life. And then I went through a phase where I was just like, I can't like have an abortion because I feel like it's wrong as a Christian and it's a life. And then you go through a whole other phase where you're just like, okay, if I'm gonna have an abortion, at what stage can I have an abortion? Because at what stage is it actually life and is it not life? And then that's a whole nother debate.
From get-go, it's life.
It's life,
It's life.
I actually have come to a conclusion now personally that from the beginning it's life. Life is life. You know, life is life. Don't try to make an excuse for yourself. That's what I was doing. I was making an excuse like, okay, the heart isn't beating by X, Y, and Z. So
I remember when you told me that. There was one thing I remember telling Christabel, I am not kind of friend that will support you to do something bad. God forbid, because I'm not going to be attached to that kind of sin. I said to her that I'm going to be there for you, but if you dare do an abortion, this friendship is over. It's terminated.
That's exactly.
I am not going. I am not going to follow you to the hospital and be doing abortion. What kind of no? I don't. So when you're in this what do you call it? When you're in this process or whatever, find you should have a good friend. Like, don't have friends.
Topic to talk about. Obviously, everyone's got different, experiences and you know, different situations. Because obviously, with me, I was quite supported from the beginning, and some people don't have that support, and they're quite like, you know, it's really, really scary, like being in that situation.
It's hard, but like
sometimes, you know, I mean, abortion is the only thing that you can do, but some people just need to understand that, you know, you can do it even though you're on your own. You just need to have a positive mindset, and then just, you know, you can do it. You can do it.
Support. You can go onto her YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't believe in people having an abortion. I'm really against it. As much as I rather you have the child and give it to another family.
But then that's hard.
I think that's hard to do. But it's like you never know. You know the saying that Nigerian people say, you never know what this child will be. It might be a president one day, which I understand. Like you never know the future. But that's facts, though. You never know the future of this child. God has created this child for a purpose. This child is meant to be in this world for a purpose. So don't go ahead and not terminate the child's life. You're not a terminator. No, don't do that. You're not God. So I don't believe in abortion. I just feel like I understand it's hard for you to like give birth and then give your child away. But you rather do that because there's some people that struggle to give birth. You're just best of giving that child to that person and actually make them happy. I'm just saying it's my opinion. You don't need to take what I'm saying, but that's just my opinion.
I feel like I just wanted to quickly add, actually, kind of like with Faith, how you know how your dad had a dream that he was gonna have a grandson. There were two sets of dreams with me, actually. I actually think dreams are important to mention. I just wanted to mention it because apart from Faith saying that, Bammy also mentioned briefly that you don't know if your child's going to be a president or is going to be successful. Before I found out I was pregnant, actually, 3 different people had dreams that I was going to be pregnant or something was going to happen to me. And I'm talking about like 3 different dreams, like consistently, that they were all very similar.
It's so scary.
It's scary.
I remember my mom told me one of the ones she had of her. I was thinking, how do you know?
So people had dreams. They had foreseen that I was going to have a child, where it was kind of like a warning, like you need to stop what you're doing, stop being like sexually active, or this is going to be the consequence of being sexually active. And it was kind of like, I don't think I was a very strong Christian then, so not that I didn't believe in God, but I wasn't that strong like in my faith. And when people were telling me about dreams, I didn't take it seriously.
Dreams, like, don't play with dreams. My mom is a dreamer. Anything that she dreams about would actually, you know, happen to someone that she knows, or just come up on TV, or just something. It's just mad.
It's crazy. And even like after that, I remember like my mum and a few other people, they had dreams like similar to your dad, where they knew I was going to have a girl, and someone else had a dream, I think it was my mum maybe, that had a dream that she had like glitter and everything, and she had basically in the dream she had good connotations about her. And for me, that already makes me feel like I know my child is going to be very successful. So imagine trying to abort something that you know could potentially be something great to this world. It is difficult, but
it is difficult. But then you might think having an abortion would solve everything, but I just think it kind of makes it worse too, because obviously it'll just keep haunting you. You know, like when you see a little kid, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that would have been my baby. You know, it's just I don't know how people do it.
For example, Nicki Minaj, she did an abortion. The child should be 15, 16, 17. She says she's regretted doing it. Because it's like you're seeing other people's kids. Exactly. Look at her, no baby, no child.
What I was scared about, so obviously there's a risk of not getting
a child again,
and I don't want to do
that's another
mistake. And then literally,
that's so true.
They can do the abortion the wrong way, and it's over. Literally.
I mean, it happens a lot in Africa, but I don't know about here. But it happens.
Do you know, is that one's like, okay, they've told you the dream now, and you've decided to have an abortion. God can just say, that's it, you're not having kids anymore.
It's true.
There's nothing you can do. If you like go to one herbalist or what, there's nothing you can do. If God has said that is it, it is it.